Hey kittens, Silver here, and today I'm going to be doing a comparison video for you today. And there's a little bit of a backstory behind this, so I'll get into the specifics of that in just a moment. But firstly, this is my Uni-toys 18-inch Lioness plush. And this particular plush was a grail of mine when I first started collecting Save Our Space. Uh, well, really, Uni-toys is just the European version of Save Our Space. It's exactly the same company. They're really identically made. One was just branded for the US market and one for the European market. So I was really, really lucky to find this particular plush on eBay Kleinanzeigen, I believe it's called. I'm probably butchering that, but it's an eBay classified site in Germany. So she was really cheap as well, probably about $20 once you did the conversion. So I was really thrilled and just blown away to find her. Now, the SOS version eluded me, but what actually ended up happening was that a seller on eBay ended up sending me this SOS Lioness by mistake. At least I'm pretty sure it was a mistake. I haven't been able to find anyone who gifted this to me. I had done an unboxing video on her as well, but it turns out I'm 99% sure that the seller just accidentally created a double shipping label because I'd purchased from them before. And they ended up sending me this, which was a really bizarre coincidence. But I thought I'd do a comparison while I still have the two and before the SOS Lioness gets shipped off to her rightful home. So as you can see, these two lionesses are very, very similar. Almost down to the very last detail. The main difference, well, this one, the SOS one, obviously is a bit more used. You can see there's some wear to the fur, and there was a little bit of dryer damage on the fur on the inside of the ears. You can see this one is fluffier. But the most striking difference between the two is that the SOS Lioness, at least this version, has fabric eyelids, which are kind of more peachy, light orange color, and the Uni-toys version has these sort of painted eyelids. I guess I would say painted, that are just sort of part of the eye, and they're more like a very sort of a more of a beige color. And the shadows are kind of, but there you go. You kind of get a sense of what those look like, and they both have identical patterning on their bodies, so they have that really cool, it almost has kind of a giraffe-like appearance in a way, the markings. But apparently that is actually what a lion's coat looks like before it reaches maturity, which I did not realize. But it's funny because this looks like a pretty adult lion to me, or lioness, I should say. So the only other difference that I'm noticing is that the Uni-toys version of the lioness has sort of thicker whiskers, and the SOS version has thinner whiskers, and hers are a little bit askew. But otherwise, these plush are really just about identical in every way. You can also see there's some dark black spots just kind of randomly strewn in the coat as well. And this one has that as well. And there's a lot of airbrush details on the forehead and on the face. The Uni-toys one has a little bit more airbrushing, probably just because she was not as heavily used as the SOS one. And she also has some more airbrushing on the top of her nose, and the SOS doesn't. But they both have the little whisker follicles and the little fluff underneath the mouth. And even though the SOS one was sort of partially heat damaged, it actually is still overall very soft. The body and everything is not much different in feel than the Uni-toys one. It's just certain areas like the inside of the ears and also the end of the tail is a little bit burnt. You could probably tell. And they also have these little air marking brush marks, I guess, right on their paws to sort of resemble claws. Although the SOS one, hers are a little bit more faded, but I think they were originally there. And the fur on the chest is a little bit longer and fluffier, maybe slightly. And they have the white tummies. And both of these plush are very, very floppy. That could also be a product of them being pre-owned, but yeah, they're extremely floppy. So that's the Uni-toys, and then there's the SOS Lioness, so very, very similar in terms of floppiness. And as I said, they're about 18 inches. That would not be including the tail. So these are a good sized plush. And I would definitely highly recommend anyone who is into wildcats. I really, really like the fact that these have that really unique patterning. It's not something you see very often on lionesses. Usually it's just sort of a, a solid light cream material. This, I think, just adds a lot more visual interest. And there's the little paw pads underneath with slightly shorter minky style fur. So there you have it. That's the comparison between the SOS Lioness and the Uni-toys Lioness. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. We're going to be sending this girl back off at some point to whoever actually purchased her. But I thought I'd give you guys the opportunity to see before before she goes on her merry way. So thank you guys once again, and I will be back again with the next plush video for you very soon. Bye!